you be able to apply textures to them as well? Like, how much?
Est-ce qu'on pourra, si on peut dessiner ses propres polygones, est-ce qu'on pourra ajouter ses propres textures aussi? Yes, of course.
Each object are rendered in a polygon, okay?
Yes.
But in the SDK, which will probably be updated, I think, will we be able to manipulate each vertex of different objects?
No. No.
Okay. But MMF2 will be?
No. Next question. I forgot something.
Francois,
Yes.
can you repeat what Flavian's question?
He wanted to manipulate each vertex of the polygons
Right.
individually.
For example, for deformations.
Yeah.
One thing, though, this demo doesn't include collision detection. The problem with collision detection is that the 3D card doesn't handle it.
Yes.
So it still has to be done by software. So when you zoom and rotate an object, we will have to manually, well, I say manually in software, we'll have to zoom and rotate the mask.
So the fine collision will not be hardware accelerated?
No. So it will slow down. But, you know, collision detection is only useful for a couple of the objects of the game. So, of course, when objects do not have any collision condition in the event list, then we do not calculate anything. But it will be slower for complex game. It will be a bit slower.
Is the SDK for MMF2 extensions will be updated for under the 3D acceleration?
Yes. 53, well, it's. So if I go in directed 3D, 10 megs. All the ink effects are done via pixel shaders, and it's very possible that anyone can write a pixel shader. Actually, the way I will explain to you how a pixel shader works. It's a little chunk of program in HSHL, which is a Microsoft language, similar to C++ actually. That is compiled by the graphic card, and for each pixel, the small routine that you provide is called. It does the job by changing the colors and computing the pixel from the other pixels around it, and give it back to the graphic card and display it. So it's very fast, very effective, and very open-ended. So I'm going to show you how some of the effects are programmed. First of all, you need to define an XML file that gives description of the effect, so that it is incorporated into the ink effect dialog box. So, for example, you've got the name, which is blend shader, description, then the name of the property. So you can add new properties. You can have one parameter for each pixel shader. So the property will be, you can have more than one, more than one property that will be automatically added under the ink effect when you select this ink effect. So you can define parameters as you want. So there you've got one parameter which is called blend. Description type of parameter, which is a float, and property type, or something edit, so it's an edit box, so I can enter a number in it, with a default value, and minimum and maximum value. So everything can be defined in this XML file, and it's very open-ended. So once you've defined your XML file, you, for example, here is the actual program. So it's very similar to C++. You've got structures. So this structure contains float 4. A float 4 is a four float numbers all in one structure. So you've got R, J, B plus alpha. Float 2 is for the texture, so it's the coordinate, X and Y. So PS output is what the routines outputs back to the graphic card. the different parameters. And here is the routine. So the color of the output is computed from getting the color in the texture multiplied by the blend coefficient. And you just return the parameter. Yes?
So the PS input is a standard structure of the pixel shader for an NFT, is that right?
PS input.
C'est le standard de direction.
This is the PS input is the standard input
So the
structure for directory.
The structure should not be changed.
No, I don't think you can change it.
And thanks to the structure, we can access for each pixel, we can access of every other pixel.
It depends on the version of the card. I think in version 1.1 of the graphic card, you can't. You can only access the pixel you're dealing with, but with the further version, you can access any pixel around. So you can make a lens object or anything like that.
How MMF2 handles that with the different version of the card? If the card is not compatible with an ink effect, what happens?
The effect is not applied. And so, this paragraph is the compiling instruction. So you've got to define a technique, which is called TechMain. So this is a direct 3D that needs that. And it doesn't support vertex shaders. So you've got to set it to null and define that. So this is the minimum version of the graphic card. Yes?
So in an ink effect with Gier 3D, we can too manage a vertex shader? We can program a vertex shader in an ink effect?
No, it doesn't work.
It's only a pixel shader?
Yes. So as you can see, it's quite simple, and it's really fun to develop. So I think that a lot of people are going to jump on that and make many ink effects, and you can expect many to come in the future. So release date. So we hope to. Well, we think we will have this as a Christmas present. So by the end of the year, of course, we do not plan to make you pay for it. So it's going to be free update. So that's it. That was. And we have really high hopes that it will increase the quality of the games.
Thank you. Well. Yeah.